Hi, my name is Beth Summers, and today I get to introduce to you the one and only Parker Hedges. I'm sure our entire grade can agree Parker is one of a kind. I mean, not everyone can dominate the Levitt Shell stage with their hip-hopping skills while simultaneously rocking a pixie cut like middle school Parker can. Parker has always been willing to put herself out there, and I aspire to be just as outgoing as she is. In fact, she is so outgoing that she can make friends with anyone she sees. I am constantly amazed at the people I find Parker talking to. Parker is the kind of person who attracts friends from all walks of life, including cats, squirrels, and anyone's grandparents. I can always count on her to have a cat in her arms, or talking to a squirrel, or even charming any grandparent in sight. Parker can also make anyone laugh. I can't even count the number of times Parker has made me roll on the floor with laughter from her jokes and funny comments. I can always count on her to brighten my day and give me a good laugh. Just like the time she fell asleep in A-Push during our Frederick Douglass discussion in front of the classroom and could still answer Dr. Lyon's question in the middle of her slumber. Parker is quick on her feet. I wouldn't want any other cat-loving, indie, makeup artist as my best friend. So I won't take any more time away from her. I give you the one and only P. Hedgie Wallace Parker Hedges.
Fire. The school fire alarm was pounding in my ear, the lights flashing hysterically throughout the halls. I began to run for safety. I found myself alone in this wide school and frantically looking for the nearest exit. There it was. The emergency door by the junior commons was closing and closing fast. My fate was being sealed. I sprinted as the sunshine on the other side of the door began to dim. With seconds left, I gallantly leapt forward, crashing onto the ground on the other side of the door. Not without a price, though. As I began rolling on the ground, bracing my elbow, I struck my funny bone on the closing door. Through the pain, I looked up to be greeted by Ms. Zimmerman, opening the door with a simple push, only to see me sprawled out on the ground. The look on her face was nothing short of horrified. I was then asked to file an incident report in the nurse's office and spent the remainder of the day with an ice pack duct taped to my elbow. Let's just say I have always been gifted at landing myself in situations like these. Considering the frequency of my mistakes, it seems I effortlessly gravitate towards poor decisions and bad luck. I get scared even driving short distances now. For further reference, our grade had a service day at the food bank, and when everyone arrived, well, I couldn't tell you what happened when everyone arrived, because I didn't. Not only did I take the wrong exit to get to the food bank, I decided in order to make up for the lost time, I would drive in the unoccupied and pothole-ridden far right lane of Perkins, ultimately costing me 2 tires, both of their rims, and landing me in the middle of a shopping center in South Memphis. I know these examples sound pretty uninspiring, but the truth is, I wouldn't be the person I am without all the mistakes I've made in my life. There used to be a point where I would let my mistakes spiral in my mind to the point I was insecure about my every move. Every time I bombed a test, it was because I didn't study enough. Every time I didn't understand instructions, it was because I was an idiot. Every time I lost a match in tennis, it was because I would never be as good as my opponent. I used to beat myself up so much over my faults that I felt incapable of succeeding. But it's impossible to learn from your mistakes if you keep letting them define you. I decided that a mistake has 2 aspects, the consequence and what you decide to do about it. I realized I wasted too much time choosing to be self-critical instead of letting these mistakes be opportunities for growth. Because every time I bomb a test, I eventually learn how to get it right. Every time I lose a tennis match, I'm motivated to practice harder. I'm confident to say that coming to St. Mary's wasn't a mistake. Joining the tennis team wasn't a mistake. Taking AP statistics may have been a mistake, but meeting all of you was certainly not one. To my seniors, the best advice I can possibly offer is to never take anything too seriously. On average, a human being makes about 50 mistakes a day, meaning you are bound to make mistakes no matter how hard you try not to. So just embrace it, because all you can do is laugh and learn. The only real mistake is the one where you learn nothing from it. Every single mistake you make is only redirection towards the amazing people you're going to become. And shout out Miss Love for the incoming Twilight quote. This isn't the time to make hard and fast decisions. It's the time to make mistakes. Take the wrong train and get stuck somewhere. Fall in love a lot. Major in philosophy, because there's no way to make a career out of that. Change your mind, then change it again, because nothing is permanent. So, make as many mistakes as you can. That way, someday, when you're asked who you want to be, you won't have to guess. You'll know. Thank you.